Here, we float class contains how many constructors? Three constructors. Almost, I know very well. Almost all wrapper class contain two constructors. But in the case of float class contains three constructors. One constructor can take float primitive value, but another constructor I create the another object float as equal to new float. Here passing be a string float value. No problem. It is also valid. But another third constructor here float as equal to new float. We are passing 10.5. 10.5 is the value the double type. In Java, if you are writing any decimal value, by default every decimal value is a double type. So if you are writing suffix f, it becomes float value. So we can create float wrapper class object in three ways: passing float primitive value, passing string value, passing double type value. Understand this one? It means we can create float class object three ways: passing float value, passing as an argument as a string value, passing as an argument as a double type value also. So float class contain how many constructors? Float class contains how many constructors? Three constructors. Now come to another point, character class. In the case of the character class, if you want to represent anything in the form of character, what is the form of character? It means at a time one character data type contain how many characters? One character. If you want to represent anything character form, you have to require to include that thing within a single quote. If you are including anything within a single quote, that is known as character. Now, if you are stored this value, you have required which data type? Char data type. If you write in this way, but can you write in this? This is a character. This is not a character. This is a string form. This is not a character. You can't store this value in a char form. This becomes invalid. But to create a wrapper class object for character class contains only one constructor. I have to know, I am already to discuss, almost all wrapper class contain how many constructors? Two constructors. One constructor takes primitive value, normal, another string, but float class contain how many constructors? Three constructors. But in the case of character class contain only one constructor. Just passing the character value. Character has a primitive as a character primitive value. But we can't create a character class object passing as a string argument. Because within double quotes, we are writing anything, we can't represent in the character form. So we can create character class object only one way. So read this one, character class contain only one constructor for to take which can take character primitive as an argument. So remember this point. Another thing. Now read this one. Another class, Boolean class. Boolean class contains two constructors, no problem. Boolean class contains two constructors. One can take a Boolean primitive as an argument, and other can take a string as an argument. But remember one point. In the case of the Boolean can contain how many values? Boolean can contain how many values? Boolean can contain only two values. One is a true, another is a false. Whenever we are talking about Boolean means Boolean can take only true or false. No other value can take by Boolean. True and false. But if you are writing in this form, true, this is a Boolean value. This is not a Boolean value. But Boolean class constructor you can create two ways. One can take Boolean primitive as the argument and other can take as a string as an argument. If we are passing Boolean primitive as an argument, then only allowed value is a true and false. One point you have to remember. If you create now if you are passing Boolean primitive as an argument, the only allowed values are true and false. It means because for Boolean data type only two value allowed, true or false. So at the time of creation of Boolean class object, if we are passing that Boolean primitive value, we can pass only what value? We can pass only true or false. If we are passing other value, here true is a valid, but here we are passing capital C. Capital C true is allowed for Boolean data type, not allowed. It becomes invalid. So remember this point at the time of creation Boolean class object. If we are passing Boolean primitive as an argument, then allow value only true or false. If we are passing any other value, we will get compile time error. Clear? If we are passing any other value, we will get compile time error. Now another point you have to remember, but if we are passing string argument to the Boolean constructor, if we are passing string argument to the Boolean constructor, then case is not important and the content also not important. What meaning of this? See here, before it, if you created the Boolean object, you are passing Boolean as a primitive value. In this case and content is a very important. Case means you can write true in this way also. You can't write capital T in a lower case and you can change cases. And you can write only same content CRU true FALAC pass in the all lower cases. If you are passing any other thing, you will get the compile time error. But if you are passing string argument to the Boolean constructor, in that case is not important and content is also not important. It is what meaning of this? Here, suppose I create one Boolean object, Boolean b equal to new Boolean. Here passes CRU true, but in this which form? String form. If you are passing it is a valid, it means automatic this value becomes true. It means you are created one Boolean object whose content value is true, valid. But if you have created another Boolean object, in this case you are passing true here, but case here change. Here you are using lower cases, but here case you are using upper cases. Here cases is changed, but this is also valid. It means in the case of Boolean object, if you are passing string argument, in the case of passing string argument, cases is not important. But passing as a primitive form, cases is important. If you are passing capital and lower, no problem, automatically it becomes in this form, true form. Here you are passing in this way, it is also valid, no problem. It becomes true. But here see, if you are passing Boolean b equal to Boolean r, here you are not passing false. Because for Boolean only allow values are true and false. But you are passing another other value apart from true and false. See here, content is also not important in the case of passing argument as a string form. If you are not passing false, it becomes automatic form. If you are here writing yes, yes is not a true and false. If you are not writing true or false, it becomes automatic false. Clear? It is also valid, but by default its value becomes false. Now we have to check this output and run this point. In this time, what we contain, what the value be of. I created one class here, test class. Here, I create one Boolean object, Boolean b equal to new Boolean. I just passing, but before it, I passing true. This is a Boolean method. It means you have created one object whose content value is true. In that time, if you are trying to printing b, what value b? What is the content for b? Content for b is a true. See here output. First of all, check the output. Clear? Now, case second. If you have created